What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well so far. Let's cut straight to the chase. I think 2 days ago, Toby Fox posted a brand new teaser for Deltarune on his Twitter. Not on his Blue Sky, I don't think, which is kind of strange, but on his Twitter, we get like a 10-second teaser of what's to come in Deltarune Chapter 3. I think we all have good reason to believe that it's Chapter 3. So I wanted to show that off and give kind of my thoughts about it. I have a few different ideas as to how I think it, like where I think it goes in the timeline of the chapter, and some other scenes that are kind of relevant as well. So I'm going to be going up here now. I still haven't gotten that down yet. Alright, I fixed it. Hey, I'm over here now. Hello. So, here is the video. Whoop, go back. So, there it is. So, this is a rather fascinating scene. We see Chris walk in from the top, and there are these dust piles that we see from the cliffs, and this kind of, these windy sounds in the background, and Chris interacts with the dust piles, and they go, and they bust open. Now, on the last dust pile, they get a chest that automatically opens up, it seems, and adds 10 points to something, which they start with 0 points, and then they have 10 by the end after they open the chest. So, what's going on here? Well, a few observations. This dock here that they seem to be on is the same as this dock, right? Now, this picture was in one of the newsletters, and this picture was labeled Chapter 3 Opening. So, this is presumably where you'll be waking up in Chapter 3. Now, I will note that Susie is here in this picture. Susie is not here in this picture. So, I'm led to believe that this scene comes first. You can also note that Chris has a spotlight on them. So, I think that we're going to start... So, in the previous chapters, we started pretty far away from the boss's, like, mansion or, like, castle. The castle is the last area in chapters 1 and 2. In this one, I think we're going to start just outside of the castle, and then the chapter really starts when we get into the castle or into the recording studio or whatever Tenna's place is, right? So this dock is probably the outskirts of that building, and the spotlight is from the building. And we also I have a comparison here between these things from this Go Nintendo article that showed off Tenna, and the supposedly scrapped stealth zone, which is still here for some reason, and these kind of like tenderly things here as well. So these two places are also connected in some way. I think that we start here, and then we get our first points for whatever game Tenna is playing with us, and then we find Susie and come here, and then we meet Rouse, and then the way of getting into the building, or infiltrating the building, is through this stealth zone, which is why we still see these things here. So I think it goes in that order. And I also wanted to mention that this dock that we see here in these pictures has very similar imagery also to the cliffs. So it's not just the dust piles, it's also these oozing weird black hole things are also on the side of the dock. So this is very clearly a similar area in vibe and in visuals to the cliffs area. But why? Well, I think that this place here, the dusty, dark place, is under the couch, I think. Because Susie and Chris will wake up, or that they, at the time of the Dark World being formed, they were on the couch, so they'll wake up in the part of the Dark World that the couch theoretically is supposed to be. So, it's probably pretty dusty inside and under the couch. I mean, the game tells us that it is. So, that explains why we see some dust here. And I think that we'll start there, and then work our way towards the television. We'll cross the docks over this carpet. This may be hardwood floor, for example. I don't know. This could also be hardwood floor. I actually don't know what parts of the Dreamer household have hardwood and which ones have carpet, but that's where I think this is supposed to be. It's in the couch, under the couch, that kind of deal. And so I think my theory for why this place looks so similar to the cliffs is that places that are dark, maybe even abandoned, if you want to go down that route, that have dark worlds made in them, will take this form naturally. So the school closet is the door shuts behind them, and the lights aren't turned on, and it's dark in the closet. So the area, and it's also just dusty in there too. So the area is dark and potentially kind of abandoned, and in the dark world is inside of it, right? Similarly, if this place is inside the couch, then it's probably pretty dark and abandoned, and also the dark world is also, this is that area of the dark world. Does that make sense? So I think that's what's happening here. I'm still confused about this, because Toby said that he's not using the stealth song. He also said that the cowboy section was canceled, but I think that's like an in-universe thing. I don't think that the cowboy section is actually like no longer in the game. I think it's an in-universe, like they canceled the cowboy show deal, which, I mean, that's the whole Woody theory, so that's not new news. But we see the stealth zone here with the sneaking spray, which is where I presume that the song would play. So I'm not really entirely sure what to make of this still. I guess we'll find out in 19 days or whatever, but I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. So yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about, was just that there's a new video, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, with that in mind, actually, one second, I'll go over here first. Get up close and personal. There we go. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far in the video, you must like the video, so why not like the video? Also, be sure to join the Discord server. It's always growing, it's getting better, and it's fun, so join us. Also, shout out to Rosie Pixels, Frisky512, Blake the Snake, A Herman24, Foxworthy, Glee, and our amazing fruit salad team member, Comluke, and our absolutely insane crazy juice team member, Toby. With that in mind, I love you guys. Be safe, be smart, don't be stupid, and have a great rest of your day.